Hello everyone and welcome to a new video dedicated to our beloved Snoopy and the world of Peanuts. The strip we're going to analyze today was published on November 10th, 1950 and features Shermy, Patty, and of course, Snoopy. This time we are faced with a hilarious situation. Shermy tries to teach Snoopy how to sit, but things take an unexpected and, we can say, really funny turn. Get ready to explore not only the dialogue and vignettes, but also the details and anecdotes that make this strip a small, humorous masterpiece. In the November 10th, 1950 strip, Shermy tries to train Snoopy while Patty watches the scene. With great irony, Snoopy once again demonstrates his unique personality, responding to Shermy's efforts with a completely unpredictable reaction. But what exactly happens? Let's look at each vignette together to discover the hidden details and elements that make this scene memorable. In the first vignette, Shermy is trying to teach Snoopy to sit upright, a typical behavior that people try to teach dogs. An interesting aspect already emerges here. Snoopy is much more than a normal dog. In these early strips, Schulz does not yet make him fully anthropomorphic, but we can already see the first signs of his unique personality. At this early stage of Peanuts, Snoopy is still very much like a real dog, but we already glimpse his ability to interact with humans in more complex ways. Shermy is a character who in time will almost completely disappear from the strips. He was one of the initial protagonists, but his less defined personality made him less popular than characters like Charlie Brown and Lucy. In the early years, Schulz often used everyday situations with dogs to develop humor. Snoopy represents the perfect dog who nevertheless always manages to surprise. In the second vignette, Shermy decides to show Snoopy how to sit upright. This gesture, simple and trivial for us humans, becomes almost comical when we think about the dog's perspective. Snoopy observes Shermy with a calm and curious air. This scene reflects the kind of humor Schulz developed over the years, everyday situations that take an unexpected turn. The idea of proving something to a dog is typical of the human who feels superior, but Schulz turns this notion on its head by showing us Snoopy as a character capable of understanding, judging, and even laughing at what he sees. Schulz always said he was inspired by his dog Spike, a pointer, to create Snoopy. Spike was known for his quirky behaviors and intelligence, which Schulz transferred to his character. In the third vignette, Shermy, bent over his knees, asks Snoopy why he finds this so funny. It is here that the contrast between Shermy's serious intention and Snoopy's hilarity reaches its climax. The comedy comes from the fact that the dog acts unexpectedly, laughing at the human. This kind of humor anticipates Snoopy's transformation into a character beyond the animal world, who understands humans better than they understand him. The scene highlights the difference in roles between Shermy and Snoopy. The former tries to impose himself, while the latter demonstrates his emotional autonomy. In these strips, Snoopy's body language is crucial. Schulz used few features, but he was able to convey complex emotions, such as sarcasm and irony, which we see here in his smile. In the fourth vignette, Patty concludes the strip by explaining that Snoopy is in hysterical laughter. This is one of the earliest examples of Snoopy's sense of humor, who laughs not only at the situation but almost at Shermy's clumsiness. Interestingly, Patty, an initially central character, plays a supporting role here, but serves to underscore the scene with a direct observation. Snoopy's laughter is a sign of how unique he is in the Peanuts world. He is no ordinary dog and does not just obey or behave according to expectations. Patty is a character who, like Shermy, loses importance over time, but early on she was a pillar of the group, often portrayed as the voice of reason. Snoopy's laughter is one of the earliest manifestations of his anthropomorphic character, an element that will become central to his later adventures, when we see him imagine he is an aviator or adventurer. The November 10th, 1950 strip shows us a perfect example of Schulz's subtle and clever humor. Through Shermy, Patty, and Snoopy, we see a role play in which the dog proves to be smarter and more insightful than the humans. This kind of dynamic would become a hallmark of the Peanuts and contribute to their worldwide success. What was your favorite part of this strip? Let us know in the comments.
If you enjoyed yourself, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and activate the little bell to stay updated and see you next friends.